So, blessed day, my dear classmate and Ma'am Ivy. So, I'm going to present to you the role of technology in delivering the curriculum. But before we proceed, let us have first our learning objective for us to be guided. So, our first objective is to discuss the role of technology in the curriculum delivery. And number two is to identify the factor on technology selection, including the use of visual aids. Now, for the introduction, the role of technology in the curriculum is spring from the very vision of the E-Philippine Plan, an electronically enabled society where all citizens live in an environment that provides quality education, efficient government service, greater sources of livelihood, and ultimately a better way of life through enhanced access to appropriate technology. That is according to International Workshop of Emerging Technologies, Thailand, December 14 to 16, 2005. So we cannot deny the fact, my dear classmate, that nowadays we are being binded by the technology. We are living in the 21st century where technology really exists. And we cannot also deny the fact that this technology help us in many ways, especially in education. Now, let us talk about the non-project media and media. So in relation to our topic during our TTL subject under Ma'am Cherry, that she discussed about the media and non-media resources. All right. So in relation to this, when we say non-media project, these are the real objects, models, field trips, kits, printed materials like books and worksheet, visual like drawings, photograph and charts, graph and posters. And also we also have the visual boards like chalkboard, whiteboard, flannel board, and the like. And we also have the audio materials. Well, on the other hand, when we say project media, we also have the overhead, transparencies, slide, film strips, films, video, VCD, DVD, computer, multimedia, and presentation. So, what did you observe, class? In non-project media, these are the most common one. Like in the past few years, these are the things that the educators use to inculcate the learning and the content to the students. While on the other hand, the project media are the upgraded one. This includes the use of technologies like computer, like video, like DVD, film strip, and slides, and the like. So I think we cannot deny the fact that using technology as one of our ways to deliver our topic or our subject to our students will also help them to engage in learning in a equitable, productive, and an easy one. Okay. So now, what are then the factor in technology selection? So in deciding on which technology to use from a range of media available, the factor of which the base selection are. Number one, we have the practicality. So, Glass, choosing the right technology is not easy. We know that. And it depends on several factors. But having appropriate technology can solve many problems by providing sustainable solutions which are beneficial to the learners. Next, we have the appropriate in relation to the learners. Yes, of course, definitely. If you, as the future teacher, use an appropriate technology appropriate technology in relation to the learners, definitely you are upgrading and updating the learning centeredness of your classroom. So that is the importance of having the appropriate in relation to the learners. Number three, we have the activity. So students achieve goals, equitable access and sustainability in classroom conditions. And lastly, we have the objective. So in this part, from easy access to abundant information to a better learning process, the imperative objective of technology is to develop better and efficient method for carrying out different activities. Okay, so let's proceed to the three current trends that could carry on the nature of education in the future. So our first trend is the paradigm shift from teacher-centered to student-centered approach to learning. So this was being discussed already. When we say teacher-centered, the teacher as the expert. Okay? Take note of that. In the teacher-centered approach, the teacher is the expert in charge of imparting knowledge to his or her students via direct instructions. Okay? While on the other hand, when we say student-centered, students are directly motivated and invested in the discovery of their own knowledge. Take note of that. Their own knowledge. Okay. Next, the second current trend is broadening relationship, that education is not simply a delivery of facts and information, but an educative process of contemplative intelligence of the new age. So when we say contemplative intelligence, guys, meaning to say, it gives us the ability to recognize and understand the executively manage our mind, body, and emotions. This wants us to think deeply or is thinking or help us to think in a serious and calm way. Lastly, we have the possibility, the more explosive trend is the increase in the use of new information and communication technology or ICT. This is very important, guys, to let our future, learners or to let our learners learn and relearn about new technologies. Why do I say so? Because by this, students will enhance their learning and their cognitive skills, which turns to help them to improve their academic performance as well as their physical health. All right. So now, what are then the primary rules of education? Educational technology in delivering the school's curriculum instructional program has been identified. Number one, upgrading the quality of teaching and learning in the schools. So, meaning to say, when we use technology in our classroom, we are changing, we are developing the learning centeredness of our classroom, wherein our learners or the students will engage in learning in a productive and equitable ways. Number two, increasing the capability of the teacher to effectively inculcate learning and for students to gain mastery of lessons and courses. Yes, of course, by the use of technology, we can engage also the students to learn more about our topic, because when we are using technology, they are, gaining and they are engaging because we are using technology. And also it helps us as a future teacher to present our topic and our content in an easy way. Like for example, using PowerPoint, using video, using films, using infographics, and the like. Now, the other one, broadening the delivery of education outside schools through non-traditional approaches to formal and informal learning, such as open university and lifelong learning to adults and learners. And number last is the revolutionizing the use of technology to boost educational paradigm shift that gives importance to the student-centered and holistic learning. All right. So we cannot deny the fact that technology is a universal one. It can access anywhere to the internet. We can access it to the internet. We can get it on the social media and many more platforms. What I'm saying is that by the use of this, we can learn anywhere already. We can gain informations to different platforms, different kinds of technologies, and that is, I think, one of the vital role of technology. Okay. Now, these are the primary rules of based on the framework of technology-driven teaching and learning called TPAC. So, these are uh, the pictures of TPAC for you to be guided. But to sum it up, okay. To sum it up, the TPAC shows the teaching learning process. So teachers should always ask and find the correct answer to the following question for every lesson. For the content knowledge, the question is, what shall I teach? So what are the things that should I teach to the students? What are the contents that I should teach to the students that they really need to learn about it? What are the concepts that they don't know? What are the things that they really wanted to learn? Okay. Next, and the pedagogical knowledge, the question is, how shall I teach the content? What are the ways? What are the ways on how I am going to present um the content or the learning? What will I do? Okay, so in the last one is, what technology will I use in how to teach the content? So what are the appropriate technology will I use in presenting this topic? Okay, what are the appropriate things, or are the appropriate technologies should I use for them to be able to learn easily? So these are the explanation and the concepts in TPAC. Okay. Now, so in the criteria for the use of visual aids, this will going to discuss by Miss Nicole Mamaril. So thank you very much for listening. I hope everybody learned.